Hi, my name's Kat and welcome to Central Avenue. We have a lot of thrifting to do today as I'm going to be reviewing my favorite thrift stores on Route 66.
Our first stop is Buffalo Exchange. Buffalo Exchange has a small lot behind the building, but most of the parking is the pay-to-park at the front. There's a large selection of men's and women's clothing, but to be honest, it's mostly Shein quality items. Buffalo has a huge selection of secondhand bags, which is really great for me because I love vintage bags and I have a huge collection of them. This is my vintage purse collection. I have thrifted every single one of these and I use them every single week. Anyways, Buffalo has a huge selection of men's and women's shoes, but some are kind of questionable. Luckily, Buffalo has a fitting room, so I was able to try on these two tops I found.
Okay, so Buffalo Exchange. Overall, I think that it's a pretty good spot if you're going to look for some good items. They definitely have some gems in there, but it does come at a price. Not only are they expensive, they also are mixed in with a lot of low quality items that you have to sift through, and it's not very fun. This is my receipt from Buffalo. I only got 2 items and it was $24.
Bruh.
So, as you can see, that's not really thrift store prices.
Buffalo does have an Instagram page where they post some of their listings. However, they are mostly questionable. Like, none of them are really that cute. And I did notice that most of the listings are not in Albuquerque. It's in a bunch of other locations, so that's not really useful to us at all. This is an excerpt from the Albuquerque Journal, which I think sums up Buffalo Exchange pretty well. It states that frequent thrifters know that Buffalo Exchange is a good place for must-haves, although it also mentions the expensive prices that Buffalo has to offer. Overall, I rate Buffalo Exchange a 7 out of 10 because if you go there as often as I do, you can definitely find some good items, but otherwise, it's mostly low-quality stuff for really expensive, and there's never a good place to park.
Okay, this is the next spot that we're going to be hitting up. It is Classic Century Square, but more specifically, Coffee and Thrift. As far as parking, this place is definitely the best as I got free parking. So let's go inside and take a look. Right off the bat, you can get an idea of how many booths there actually are. This is just the first floor, one of 3. I want this Coach purse, but it's so expensive. There's such a variety of items, you're almost guaranteed to find something you like. Classic Century Square does have 3 stories, although the 3rd story is completely furniture, so I never go up there. Whenever I get to the 2nd floor, I pretty much always just go to my favorite spot, Coffee and Thrift. I like looking here because you're gonna find something cute for a good price. You can always find unique pieces here. I loved the embroidery on this set. If you're looking for masculine clothing, this is the place to look. They have a large selection and you can almost always find vintage Lobo wear. As someone passionate about secondhand fashion, I was excited to learn this is a student-run booth. I'm so happy to be able to support another UNM student's dreams. So if you're in the area, I recommend you stop by Coffee and Thrift at Classic Century Square. Their Instagram is actually how I discovered Coffee and Thrift a couple years ago. They're pretty good about updating it. I love how they include the dates that specific items are dropping because that tells me when I need to go. And I love how they display their new items. It's so aesthetic. Coffee and Thrift is on the second floor of this place, but I always love exploring the entire building. 3 floors of just insane antiques. There's all sorts of stuff. One of my favorite booths is the sewing booth, which is all I got stuff from today. I am an avid sewer. I like to upcycle all of the clothes that I thrift, so this will be a great addition to my collection.
I think Coffee and Thrift deserves a 9 out of 10 rating. The location inside a 3-story antique mall makes every visit interesting. They offer free and accessible parking, affordable high-quality items, and an amazing online profile that lets thrifters know when to stop in. So if you're looking for a cool place to explore, I recommend Coffee and Thrift. Thanks for watching and happy thrifting.